welcome to Healthy Connections. I am Jody Bodenhammer from BRMC's Community Support House, the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center. And I have my other Community Support House coordinators with me today. We're going to take a quick break, and then we want to share with you about all of our upcoming events. Hi, and welcome back to BRMC's Healthy Connections. I'm Jody Bodenhammer, and joining me today are my other co-coordinators. That's what I should call you, right?
Co-coordinators, yeah. I like it.
I have Melissa Hudson with me today. I have Stephanie, I'm going to say this right today, Isham.
It's Isom.
Isom! I always mess
That's okay.
I did not do your last
It's
name.
all right.
And one of these days I'll get it right. And then I have the lovely Diane Van Gulik, who's had so much wonderful press and information going on here lately. You had a big fundraiser recently for the Maruck Center. And so we just want to talk to you today and share with you some of our other upcoming events at our BRMC community support houses. Diane, you're over at the Maruck Center, Family Education Center on Aging.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about some of the things you've got coming up this coming week.
Sure. So we have on Friday, June the 1st at 3 o'clock, Aging Well with Friends group is meeting, and we're going to be talking about how to have a good partnership with your doctor, your primary provider.
Sure.
How you can go into your appointments prepared with the right questions to ask, but also going in prepared ahead of time, knowing what your different options might be for treatments and stuff, so that you can be a wise healthcare consumer.
Okay.
So we're gonna spend some time talking about that.
Sort of like a guide to like better office visits, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good topic to talk about, because I feel like most of the time our patients get maybe a little intimidated,
Right.
or sometimes they're not sure, things, and especially if something changes and something's new, they don't really know what to ask because it's just overwhelming.
Right,
And so
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah,
That's a really great topic.
it's really normal to go into a clinical setting and kind of get that white coat syndrome, and then all the questions you
know.
wanted to ask have leave, and
Yeah.
the doctor leaves the room, and you're like, I totally forgot to ask
Right.
this question I wanted to ask. So we're gonna talk about ways to go in, being prepared for that, and also we have June the 4th at 11 o'clock. Dr. David is going to be back,
Great.
and he's going to be talking about how to promote good health and some prevention of disease.
Okay.
So that's June the 4th at 11 o'clock.
And is that going to be at the Maruck Center, or will that be at the hospital?
That's going to be in the hospital dining room.
Okay.
The
I knew-
Lugaborg.
Usually when you have Dr. David, and for those of you that haven't gotten to meet Dr. David or been to a seminar with him, he is our gerontologist who not only helps Diane and her team at the Maruck Center, but also coordinates with Trish over at our Fairlamb Senior Health
Yes.
Clinic. He's our coordinating
Yeah.
physician for that clinic as well. And so he comes in and brings a lot of knowledge to the area of gerontology, of aging, which I think is so super important, especially to your patients and the folks that come to your center. But it's usually a packed house.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why we go over to that big dining room over at the hospital, because we don't want to have to turn anyone away or a waiting list or anything like that.
Right.
So we're going to have some light snacks and coffee
Great.
with Dr. David.
Perfect. Can
on
you tell
June
us
4th.
How to get registered for that?
Yes, you can call us at 508-3880.
Okay.
Okay, and just let the volunteer that answers the phone know which one you want to go to.
Okay.
And then usually the day before, we'll give you a call just as a reminder.
Great.
People really appreciate those reminder calls.
I was going to say, I know I get a lot of folks that always are very thankful for those. Oh, yeah, I've got that appointment coming up, or I've got that seminar coming up. So
I'm one of those
great.
people. I
Yeah.
like reminders.
I like the text, too. Sometimes I get those.
So who's a good candidate to go to these classes, these sessions? Like who should go to these?
So, our specific target audience is seniors, like 65 and older, but anyone can come. And we really actually do like to reach out to the rest of the family that's caring for someone that's a senior. Just empower them with
Sure.
education and how to care better for the senior in their life.
So kind of like a Q&A, so they can ask questions
absolutely.
and he can just, okay. So
He's
that's good.
really good at fielding questions, and he's a lot of fun too. He's got a great sense
Okay.
of humor.
Good.
So
Okay.
you always leave feeling pretty good, and he's had a lot of health issues himself the last couple of years, so he really relates well to.
Yeah.
He's in his 70s, and he just relates well to that
That's good.
journey that the seniors are
That's
on.
good that he
so,
can relate to that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a really good transition piece for you, Stephanie, at the Schliemann Center because it's such a diverse group of populations that we serve. Mine primarily, obviously, are diabetes patients, which can be men, women, seniors, can affect children, can affect adults. I think Melissa over at the Pites Cancer Support House kind of has that same target audience. But the two of you sort of have a little bit of a different demographic. And for the Women's Health Education Center, obviously you are catering to and targeting education for women's health.
Right.
And so I think that is something else that is so important, and I always sing all of your praises, but I always talk to our ladies in particular about not just caring for their spouse and their loved one, but also caring for themselves. And I know Diane does a great job with a caregiver support group, but what are some things that you've got coming up at the Schliemann Center?
So you are right. It's funny, when we have these different classes and different sessions, each of the classes and sessions, they hit a certain demographic type of woman. But we just had our Women's Health Forum, and there were women of all ages there. There were a couple of teenage girls who probably came along with their mothers, who had tagged along with their mothers. So we had a full range of women, and these women wanted to get educated.
Yeah.
So what a perfect opportunity to do that. That was successful. So coming up in June, we have Hospice of the Ozarks coming to talk about misconceptions about hospice.
Oh, that's great.
I know we've talked about it amongst ourselves, So Elaine's going to come over, and it's not a lunch and learn. I've had a couple calls. People think it's a lunch and learn, but it's not. It's from 11 to 12 on June 5th.
Okay.
So basically Q&A, when is it time to go to hospice? We hear a lot of misconceptions about hospice, and so they're going to basically set the record straight.
Good.
So this is going to be a good opportunity, again, for a Q&A session. And then, of course, we have our Safe Sitter in June, July, and August. Our June session is full.
Oh, my
and
gosh, that's amazing.
I know. I've got 5 girls on the waiting list for June. So July and August. July is nearly full, and so we're really looking at August. So, if you have children between the ages of 11 and 13 that want to do some summer babysitting, or even who are just going to be home throughout the week with little ones, it's a good opportunity to teach them life-saving techniques.
I know my daughter, when she was 11, we had just kind of thought about letting her watch after her younger brothers a little bit, and that was the first thing that came to mind. And she went to the program, became CPR certified through the program, felt much more comfortable being at home with her brothers, even if it was just for a few hours a day. So if it's not going to be, an all-encompassing babysitting job, even if you have an older child that's watching after younger siblings, highly, highly recommend. I cannot say enough great things about the Safe Sitter program.
Well, they teach the Heimlich, they teach CPR, and you never know, unfortunately, when you're going to have to use it. I think we've all had an incident where we've gone to a restaurant and someone starts choking, and at least I have been in that situation, and it's sort of like, oh, what do I do? And luckily other people knew how to do it, so I didn't have to be put in that situation. But kids eat.
Now you know.
Now I know.
You know.
I've watched it many times. I can do it.
Yeah.
But we don't want to put our kids in a situation where they don't know how to do something. So
Right.
they teach them how to talk to 911, how to call and talk to the parents should there be an issue, and how to change a diaper, how to clean a wound, how to answer
Just
the
basic
door.
stuff.
Basic
Yeah,
stuff.
I like that.
Yes. So then also Miss Jody's going to be at the house June 14th from 11 to 12.
I am.
Yes.
Hey.
So she's going to lead a discussion on supporting those with diabetes.
Yes.
So that's going to be a great session as well. She knows her stuff. You know your stuff. So it's, again, a
I'll
good
do my
opportunity
best.
for a Q&A session.
Yeah.
And then lastly, on June 19th from 12 to 1, it will be a lunch and learn. We have Dr. Brian Malty coming over. So he's going to lead a session on taking her breath away, talk about COPD, and all those other lung conditions that we face as women
Fantastic.
sometimes.
I've
That's
heard him
great.
speak.
Yeah.
Have
He's
you?
very, He's very informative.
Yes, he was very excited to come and talk at the
Good.
Schliemann Center, and so
Good.
we're excited to have him. We've got a handful of women who are waiting to hear him speak. So if you're interested in that or any of our other sessions, you can call me at the Schliemann Center. It's 870-508-2345.
I didn't even have to ask.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did great. Excellent, excellent. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to speak with Melissa about her upcoming events at the Pikes Cancer Support House and also National Cancer Survivors Day. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back to BRMC's Healthy Connections. I'm Jody Bodenhammer, and joining me today are my co-coordinators of our community support houses. And before the break, we were talking with Diane and Stephanie about their upcoming events over at the Maruck Center and the Schliemann Center. But I want to turn over our attention for just a little bit to Melissa, because we have a great event coming up for cancer survivors. And I think this event started with your brain a few years ago.
Yes.
And it's just gotten bigger
Yes.
and better and bigger and better every year. I remember the first little event that we had right out at the front of the Pikes house, and I was kind of over there because the Rappel house is right next door, and we're neighbors, so we
Yeah,
help each
we're
other.
neighbors.
But the good news, or the big news, is this year we're moving locations.
Right.
Yes. So
Right.
tell us about what's going on. And I love this flyer. I wish we could zoom in on this, but it's Together We're Real Survivors, and it's real, REEL, with a fishing pole. I love it.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. We're going to enjoy the great outdoors, and that's what the Twin Lakes area is about.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be in Cotter.
At Cotter.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Yes. So we're going to start off with survivors walking across the Cotter Bridge.
Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to hoot and holler and cheer them on.
Great.
While they're going across the bridge. And then we're going to end at Cotter Springs. And we're going to have a day of outside activities.
Okay.
One of them being fly fishing.
Yay!
lessons.
That's where the fishing
Yeah,
I love it.
So we have the fly fishing lessons, we have kayak lessons,
Mm-hmm.
we have people that are going to be taking a kayak float from Wildcat Shoals
Oh,
to
fun.
Cotter Springs. We'll have lunch, and we'll have more games like croquet and
Yay.
badminton
Nice.
and labyrinth maze, just all kinds
So
of
fun for the whole family.
fun for the whole family,
Awesome.
make memories, enjoy the outdoors, and it's such a pretty area.
And I
It
think
is.
it's so important. I mean, I know all of our houses provide support during an illness or during a time of transition, and with you specifically with cancer, which is the, in my opinion, scariest word in the medical dictionary. But to celebrate the aftermath and the survivorship and what goes on, you know, after the chemotherapy's done, after the radiation's done, and the cancer has gone into remission. What a
Right.
great thing. Yeah.
But you are a survivor from the moment you're diagnosed, and you learn to take each day for each day.
That's
I
right.
mean, celebrate each day. Make each moment count.
I
And
love that. You're a
and that's what
survivor
we're-
every day.
That's right.
Yeah.
You get through every day. Because I had that question asked
Yeah.
me yesterday. I don't understand that. And I said, you're getting through every day.
Every single day.
Wow.
Every
So
day.
this event is open to cancer survivors, current patients, family members, friends.
Right.
Did I leave anybody out?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So it's pretty much open to everybody
That's
then.
right.
All right.
That's right. We're going to
Good.
start off with Randy Ludwig, and he's going to pray, and Mayor Hammock is going to do the proclamation in
Uh-huh.
the morning before the event, and we're just going to have a great time together.
Oh, that's so fun. So your event is coming up on Saturday, June the 2nd. Yes.
And it is free,
Okay.
but pre-registration is required,
Okay.
and you'll get your event pass as well.
And
All
it's
right.
really important to pre-register. I
That-
mean, because
yes.
you're serving food,
Right.
and so we don't want to run out of food.
No, we don't want to run out
Right,
of food,
so-
and it is going to be catfish and chicken and hush puppies and French
You're gonna want to get
fries
in on
and-
that for sure.
And what do you guys call that?
We call that the redneck surf and turf.
I love that.
That's great.
I love that.
But this, the design of the T-shirt is so neat, and with the help of Kim Seiki from Talk of the Town, she's an artist, if you didn't know, and she helped put it together for us. So, and that design is on the T-shirt, and the
Oh,
T-shirt is
great.
$15.
Okay. So we're gonna do a little fundraising with the T-shirt.
Not much
and-
fundraising,
But
cover
you
the cost.
Cover
yeah.
the cost, sure. So you can come out, participate in all of the events. I'm looking at this flyer. There's so many events. And then also have a great lunch.
That's
and,
right.
And have a good time. So that is so fun. What number do you want us to call, Melissa, to get registered?
870-508-2273. You can call us and let us know that you'll be by to sign your registration, because
Okay.
we will have medical releases since we have
So
some
many events.
activities
Sure,
going on.
sure.
Yeah.
Can we get the T-shirts ahead of time before the
You
event?
can. We will have the T-shirts in next week, and they are already going fast. So
Wow, we'll
if
better
you want a
get our-
T-shirt, you better call.
Yeah.
Get them over there.
Yeah.
That's right. We love our shirts.
Yes, we do.
well, this one looks really cool
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I do love
And
it.
what color T-shirt is this?
It's a light gray.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I want a T-shirt.
See, you're already signing us up. I love it. I love it. So one more time, National Cancer Survivors Day, Saturday, June 2nd.
That's right.
And what time do the festivities kick off? Out at Cotter Bridge.
9:30. We'll
Okay.
be walking across
Oh,
the
that's
bridge.
early.
That's
You're gonna
right.
get after it.
Yep,
I like it.
It's an all-day event of having fun together.
Well, and I just want to remind everyone, the four of us are part of Baxter Regional Medical Center. We are in the community support houses, which are across the street from the emergency room entrance. That takes me a little bit to get that out of there, at the hospital. And so what the hospital has done many years ago was take over those houses. We were able to purchase those different individual houses. So each one of us has our own center, but together, along with our community paramedics and our Fairlamb Senior Health Clinic, we kind of make up that whole little neighborhood. So if you have a need, if you have an issue, if you have questions, please, please, please come by. Most of our centers are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 every single day. And we have our staff, ourselves, and our volunteers there to help you answer questions. Maybe if you're newly diagnosed with cancer or with diabetes or with even another disease process that you need questions answered, stop by. And we communicate constantly. If something's going on, if you're looking for something and you come to the wrong house, we'll help you find where you're supposed to be going, because we know that people often come back to familiar places. And so I have folks that come in and they're looking for one of Stephanie's programs, and I'm able to help them, get in touch with Stephanie or Diane or even Melissa sometimes.
Right.
So please let us know how we can help you. Let us know if you have any issues or if you have any questions about any of the programs. I want to do a quick recap, and then I want to talk about one quick thing that Diane and I have coming up together. We kind of partnered up on an event. But Diane, Dr. Lipschitz is coming. What's the date on that?
June the 4th at
Okay.
11 o'clock.
Excellent. Safe Sitter,
Safe Sitter and Hospice of the Ozarks.
Hospice of the Ozarks. Excellent. National Cancer Survivor Day,
June 2nd.
June the 2nd. And then I've got a program coming up in West Plains, which is actually going to be next Wednesday. And I think, let me make sure I get the date right on here. I brought my flyer with me. And that date is going to be, girls, what's the date next Wednesday? Is it the 29th?
29th, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I brought my Calico Rock flyer. We'll talk
28th.
about that later. But the
Next Wednesday is the 30th.
Oh, the 30th. See, I'm so glad you looked at that.
Ooh.
Yes.
So we have a program coming up in West Plains on the 30th. You can call me and get registered for that if any of you are closer to that area than you are to Mountain Home and you would like to take a diabetes class with us. My phone number is 508-1765. And again, that will be held at the Southern Missouri Community Health Center there, right on Porter Wagner, right in the middle of West Plains in town there. We have a little facility that they let us use to teach our diabetes
Right.
class. One final thing, we do have, Diane and I have co-sponsored a Cooking Matters class that's going to be starting up in June. And if you are interested or you have anyone that might be interested in that class, it is actually facilitated by the North Central Arkansas Food Bank. So this is healthy cooking with a very, very, very financially responsible background.
Yes.
And so it helps with not only, and I hear this often, and I'm sure you ladies do as well, I'd love to eat healthier, I just can't afford it.
Sure.
Right.
And so this is a way to learn a little bit more about healthy cooking on a budget, if you will, and also get a lot of educational pieces as well as the food that goes with it. So you actually get to come in, learn how to cook a meal, take the food home that night and cook with you.
Yep.
And you can call either myself or Diane for more information about that. Again, my phone number is 508-1765 or Diane's
And mine is 508-3881.
3881. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today for BRMC's Healthy Connections, and we hope you have a great day.